Go.
Hey. Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you too, man. Good to see you too. All right. Well, today we have a special guest. He's a well-known chemist. You see him all over the country. He's actually really smart too. He's only 16 years old, and here comes Joel Lozano. Give it up. Let's go over to the table and sit down for a couple of questions. Hi, Joel. Well, this next segment today is going to be on lab safety. And so, do you know a lot about that?
Yes, no, all kinds of stuff.
You do? Yeah. Nice. So, I'm going to ask you a couple questions here, and I just want to see how you answer them. How are you supposed to act in the lab while you're doing a lab safety?
Well, first, how do you act?
Yeah, how do you act? Like,
Well, act calm. You don't horse around.
Yeah.
You pay attention to what chemicals you're using. I always have your lab gear on, your goggles, and your apron. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, are you supposed to follow all written verbal instructions?
Yes.
You are? And if you don't, what happens?
You could make a mistake, or you could blow something up.
Yeah.
It all depends on what you're working with.
That wouldn't be too good. All right. Are you ever supposed to work alone?
No.
No. Why is that?
Well, because it's easier to work with a partner, or if you're doing something wrong, he can help you, or something like that.
When you're first entering the science room, are you supposed to touch anything?
No, you're not.
Sorry.
You're supposed to just sit down where you're supposed to sit and wait for the instructions.
So you don't touch any equipment while you're in?
No.
So, well, and we're back. Thanks for the time. So back to where we started. Are you supposed to only perform what you're told? Because I feel like if you don't perform what you're told, then the teacher will not give you a good grade.
Well, sometimes yes, but sometimes you need to pick up other people's slack if they're not doing it right.
You hear that? You hear that, folks? That's a good idea. I never really thought about that. So, what do you usually eat in the lab?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You're not supposed to eat anything in the lab.
Nothing like describe nothing.
Like candy or food or
drinks.
Yeah, nothing.
Wow. All right. Well, this one I've thought about it a lot. And, are you always supposed to work in a well-ventilated area? I feel like I don't know. I thought you could work anywhere.
Well, you can. Well, the well-ventilated area is because like something could break and the chemical could like get gas, and if there's no ventilation, then you got nowhere to go, so it's gonna be trapped in the room.
Yeah. See, that one always really crossed my mind. I was like, I didn't really think air, but then you were like the best chemist out here, so I was like, I should ask him. So the work area should always be clean, no matter what. No matter what happens, you pick everything up, you're done, right?
Yes.
What if something is left out? Like, what would, if you were a teacher and you saw a kid leave something out, what would you do?
I would tell the kid to come fix it, come put it up.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's dangerous, right? It's all dangerous. Thank you. Woo! All right. On this episode of Who's That Chemist, we have a very special guest. He teaches at Arlington Bowie High School in Arlington, Texas. Bring out Jaime Barba. How you doing? Hey, let's go over here. So, Jaime, this subject is lab safety. Do you know anything about lab safety?
I will know everything about it.
basics to everything.
Well, we already spoke with your friend Joel, and we're going to give you a chance to meet him after you're done with this. So I'm going to ask you a few questions about it, and you're going to tell me what to do and show us some examples. All right?
Yeah.
What do you do with your chemical waste after you use it?
Well, after you use it, you probably have to get it, drain it down the drain. Don't do it.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
No, don't do that.
See, if you do that, you have bad consequences.
So show us what to do.
What you want to do is get the chemical. After you mix it, go to the nearest drain, spill it in there. After that, you're done.
That's good. That's good. Should experiments be properly monitored at all times
Yes, for the safety of the students.
for the safety of the students?
Yes.
So if there's not an adult in there, you shouldn't do
Yeah,
anything.
you cannot start an experiment without consult a teacher or anything.
All right. Should you know where all this stuff is?
Yes, because if you don't know where everything is, then what if a student gets hurt and no one knows where the first aid kit is?
Yeah. So you need to know what to do if there's like a
Yes.
fire drill or
Yes.
lab. So I asked Joel this, and I need to ask you this too because I need to see how you reflect on it. What do you think about eating and drinking in the lab?
Well, what you never do is want to eat, because if you eat, then there's going to be like chemicals, and you put it in your mouth and everything.
Can you show us an example of what not to do?
Like, say, if you had water. If you just put that on like on a counter where where we do experiments, the watermelons will pick up different chemicals, and what you eat that can affect your body and all that.
Yeah.
Damage you.
Yeah, you don't want that. The last question for you, Jaime, is should you wear, or what should you wear during this?
Okay, what you want to wear while you're doing that is wear closed-toe shoes, not wearing any baggy shirts or anything like that. Long sleeves, roll them up. You have long hair or anything, like tied up in the back of the knot or anything like that, because you don't want anything damaging you, because if you do catch on fire, then it'll be a bit harder.
That'll be bad. Well, it was nice talking to you. I'm gonna get you to meet Joel in a few minutes. It's a good thing.
Welcome back, everybody. And I'm filling in for Cade. And I would like to introduce our special guests, Jaime and Joel. Come on out, guys. Now let's move on to over here. Sit down and relax a little bit. All right. Let's hear each other's opinions about safety. Science.
Well, what I think is basics. What do you think?
About basics of lab safety.
Yes.
That you need to be safe in the lab, not to rough house and stuff like that. And be knowledgeable about what chemicals you're using and how to store them and where to put them and all that good stuff and basic lab safety.
Because we want to think about the safety of our students first. That's our number one priority. But when students don't listen is when they're really in danger. Don't you agree?
Yes.
Because some students will start, without the teacher's permission, and then they have no idea what to do, and that's when they get hurt. And
And they're asking their friends, "Hey man, do you know how to do this?" And they're like, "No, I don't know," because you didn't listen to the teacher.
I know.
Alright, you got some good opinions there. So, I'm going to give you a little scenario here. Let's say two kids walk into a classroom. Nobody is there. There is lab equipment everywhere. Chemicals, everything. Alright, so the chemicals are everywhere. The kids just walk in. They see no instructions anywhere, no teacher. And they just start messing around, putting chemicals inside chemicals. What is your opinion on that? What do you think the situation would be if they just were left just there?
Well, what I would do is tell them to stop and try to fix everything. Because if you just don't, they're just going to leave up there. And, chemicals will be everywhere. Danger first.
Alright. Now let's see if there's open bottles of bleach, like this one, and there were just kids running around, and you just enter the room, and it's all knocking down everywhere. How would you approach the situation?
Well, first of all, I'll tell the students to leave the classroom and then clean it up, because this is a really strong chemical.
Yes, what Jaime said. It's it could mess your clothes up. It could damage your skin or anything like that. And if they're running around with that kind of liquid, they could slip and crack the head open.
Sad world. But let's just.
Thanks for watching this video about lab safety. Stay tuned next time for
Whatever we'll make next.
that. Yeah, that. Yeah.